We don't expect them to do anything, so we took it upon ourselves, trimmed 15% out of our spending.
That is the superintendent of El Reno Public Schools, Craig McVeigh, talking about trimming what he can out of his district's budget as he gets ready for a new school year. Craig joins us this morning to talk about what 2017 looks like for his faculty and staff, as well as the students who attend your district. So Craig, thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here, Marky.
And off the top, I know you couldn't hear it, but we referenced, you saying you've gone ahead and trimmed 15% of the budget. I'd imagine there's not a lot of fat to trim across your school district.
No, we can't go a lot deeper than we've already been. We've expected this. We watch the leading economic indicators, so it's not a surprise for us, Marky.
Okay, kind of put in perspective in a dollar amount. How much have you had to cut from El Reno?
Well, it's $250,000, and it could be more than that. That's just what we're expecting, $250,000 less than we had last year.
Oh, for this next school year.
Right.
And take us into 2017, the 2018 school year. I know a lot of maybe students, parents watching at home. What is going to be different? What are going to be the most apparent things?
They won't feel a thing.
Really?
And I'll tell you why, because we're used to operating with the money that we have. And so the money that we have trimmed is money that would be well, for one thing, we're 6 full-time teachers short of what we feel like is a full-time staff. And we didn't have it last year. We didn't have it the year before that in anticipation of the cuts. And so no one will lose their job.
Okay.
And we have capped class size at 25. As close as we can to 25. If we get over that a little bit, it's because we can't find teachers, and that's the real problem. Is not our budget. Okay. The real problem is we could stand to pay some more people. We just can't find them.
You can't find them.
And we haven't been able to for the last 2 years. I've been on that teacher shortage task force. This is now my 5th year. So we've been anticipating this for a long time.
Okay. And it's a frightening time, in education for people in Oklahoma. And I'd imagine that's kind of a sigh of relief for your teachers, knowing that their jobs, their livelihoods aren't on the chopping block right now. In terms of, maybe resources, did you have to cut any school programs or classes?
No, we didn't cut anything, Marky. We have the same amount of offerings that we had 2 or 3 years ago. The cuts that we have cut have been in support positions that we didn't refill. They were in teaching positions who left and we couldn't refill. And so, like I said, that sort of happened in anticipation for this year. Going into this year, we have everybody in place. I say that we're trying to hire 2 teachers today, and so that's been kind of a tough deal because the applicants aren't there.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of, I wanted to get your response on this. We just found out, maybe it's not news to you, but it was to us. Teachers in Oklahoma, our educators, are paid lower than any other teacher across the nation. What's your response? And do you blame anybody?
No, I don't really blame anyone. I blame 10 years of this austerity mentality from the Capitol. It would be easy for me to point fingers, but I'm not. And the reason I'm not is because I think we all had a hand in this. We allowed it to become this way over the last decade. And the teacher pay is one of those things that Joy Hoffmeister addressed the day she took office. So we're now deep into her term. She proposed an incredible idea, Oklahoma High Five, that would raise teacher salaries $5,000. That was a long time ago now in the political world, and none of that came to pass. And I know she's still out there working hard. She understands that we have to get teacher pay to a position that we're competitive. We lost a teacher 2 weeks ago to New Mexico. If that was a football game, they would fire Bob Stoops, they would fire Mike Gundy, and there would be no questions asked. We can't lose to New Mexico and Kansas. Mm-hmm. Texas, we understand their tax base. We can't keep losing to Arkansas.
Yeah, we're hemorrhaging them left and right, especially with the no income tax like you're referring to. The 2016 Teacher of the Year just left for Texas.
It's awful and it's epidemic, and it's not a joke, and it's not something that is made up or contrived. It really is happening. We've experienced it. I know surrounding surrounding districts to us have also experienced it.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not alone. The entire state, you know, going through this to some extent or another right now.